Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some mistakes that I have made with my natural hair. I have not always done things perfectly. I've made some huge mistakes with my natural hair and I've learned from trial and error. So today I'm here to save you guys from some of those mistakes. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and not have to learn from trial and error, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you can learn from me and you don't have to learn the hard way, that's what I'm here for. So I have 8 things that I've done with my natural hair that have not been the best thing for my hair, and I want to share those with you today in hopes that those mistakes that I've made will help you in your hair journey. The first mistake that I have to share with you that I've made is going too long in between wash days. So I mentioned in my top 10 tips for natural hair that wash day is when I'm giving my hair the love and care that it needs. I'm detangling on wash days because I only detangle my hair when it's wet and when it has product. So for me, that's usually on wash days. And so if you're not doing that, you know, your hair, if you're going like 2-3 weeks in between wash days, your hair is not getting that care in such a long period of time and is going to suffer from that. So you have to be consistent and washing your hair on a regular basis, and making sure that you're setting aside that day to take care of your hair. Going 3 weeks or more in between wash days is a big no-no for me. And you definitely want to make sure your scalp is clean as well, because you know you can have all sorts of buildup and everything, which can prevent your hair from growing. So going too long in between wash days is mistake number 1. The next mistake that I want to share with you guys that I have made is using too much heat. So when I first transitioned to natural, I was pretty much a heat trained natural. So I only wore my hair straight during the transition process, which is, I would, if I could go back, I would not do that. But so when you're transitioning, you have this line of demarcation between your curly hair and the straight hair. And at that line where the two meet, that is so fragile. And if you're not careful, it is so easy for that hair to break right there. So for me, putting that heat on it the way that I was not the best thing. And I was also, you know, when you're transitioning, you're wanting to see what your curl pattern is going to look like. I was damaging my natural curl pattern as it was coming in, and I didn't even know what my curls looked like because I was straightening them and causing that heat damage every time I was washing my hair. I did not wear my natural hair during transitioning in the early stages of it. So using too much heat definitely hurt me during the transition period. Even currently, after I went fully natural, I did experience some heat damage. It's a very sad period in my hair journey where my curl pattern actually became looser and there were some straight pieces that looked like they had almost been relaxed because I was using too much heat on my hair. So now I have a regular schedule for my heat usage. Number 1, I do no heat summers, so I go the entire summer without using heat, which works out because it's so hot here in Georgia anyway. So straightening my hair in the summer really would be counterproductive because it won't stay anyway. But I always see so much hair growth after the summer that I do not use heat on my hair. So that is one thing that I do, and I probably straighten my hair 2 to 3 times throughout the year. And my hair has come accustomed to not using heat, or you know, the amount of heat that I do use is not damaging to it. So about 2 to 3 times a year I will straighten. Other than that, no heat, no blow dryers. I air dry. And so I think that using too much heat was definitely a big mistake that I made in the past. The third mistake that I have made is deep conditioning in the wrong way. So there are several ways that I deep condition incorrectly. So here I have one of my favorite deep conditioners. This is the Eden Body Works Split End Repair Mask. So if you're looking for a good deep conditioner, this is one that you can use. I use several because I get several in my curl kit. So, but this is one that I got, and this is one that I do enjoy using. So the directions on this one say, after shampooing, massage into the hair, working down the shaft to the ends. Cover with cap, leave on hair for 40 minutes. For deeper absorption inside the cuticle, add heat. So those are general instructions that come on most deep conditioners. Some things that I have done to deep condition incorrectly. Number one, I have deep conditioned on dry hair. Not sure what I was thinking or why. I have put deep conditioner on my dry hair and then proceeded to wash my hair after deep conditioning. I have no idea why I thought it would be a great idea. You know, maybe most of you all are probably smarter than me and are like, why would you do that? But just sharing with you, that's one mistake that I've made. Another mistake that I have made is deep conditioning overnight. This says leave on for 40 minutes. I usually leave it on for about an hour, maybe 2 hours at the most. But when you get past 2 hours, it actually is not productive. It actually can weaken your hair. I have deep conditioned overnight, and I woke up to hair that was very weak and fragile, because these things are not meant to sit on your hair for long extended periods of time. So I would say deep condition for 40 minutes to 2 hours. The other thing that I have done while deep conditioning is skipping regular conditioner. So when you shampoo your hair, it strips your hair of the natural oils, and you use a regular conditioner to replenish some of that you lost during the shampooing process. So when you deep condition without using a regular conditioner, you're making your deep conditioner work a little bit too hard. So it's having to replenish everything that you lost from shampooing, and then it's also having to, you know, this one is a split and repair mask, so it's also trying to do what it needs to do. So I just prefer to condition first and then deep condition, because that's when I see the best results. The third mistake that I've made, and I kind of mentioned this at the beginning, was not detangling properly. I used to detangle on dry hair, and I used to lose a lot of hair that way. My curl pattern is so tight that I just need to detangle when it's wet and with product. I will not rip my hair out by detangling while it's dry anymore. But that is one thing that I did when I first started. Also, I make sure that I have products. So some sort of leave-in conditioner or conditioner in my hair that can provide some slip, because you want your wide tooth comb or your Denman brush, whatever you're using, to glide through your hair smoothly. So I always make sure that I have product when I detangle now. Again, going too long in between wash days. So now I only really detangle my hair on wash days, because that's the time when it's wet and when it has product. So if I'm going too long in between wash days, my hair is going to get matted and tangled. And then when I do detangle, I'm going to lose more hair. So detangling properly and using the proper methods and schedule for detangling is very important. The next mistake that I have made is I have kept using a product that my hair did not like. So our hair always communicates to us what it likes and what it does not like. And I remember one product in particular, it sat on top of my hair and my hair felt greasy, but it did not penetrate and moisturize my hair. And for the sake of not wasting a product and using the whole container, I kept using this product, and my hair suffered because of it. Sis, it's not worth it. If your hair is telling you that a product is not it for you, give it away, throw it away, don't use it anymore. You know, listen to your hair. Your hair will always communicate what it wants, what it likes, what it needs. So always make sure you're paying attention to your hair. And if it says that product is a no, get rid of it. Simple as that. Another mistake that I have made is not trimming when I should. So either too little or too frequently. Don't hold on to dead ends, but don't trim too frequently to where you can't see any hair growth. So if you do have split ends or damaged ends from heat damage, you do want to go ahead and cut that off. But at the same time, if you're trimming your hair every 2 weeks, you're not going to see the growth that you want to see, because you're cutting off your hair literally as it's growing. So for me, I would say about 3 times a year is a good for me as far as trimming. If I notice that my ends are suffering in between time, I might give myself a light dusting, but make sure that your trimming schedule is not too much and not too little. The next mistake that I have made is not moisturizing properly or enough. So when I moisturize my hair, as I mentioned before, moisture comes from water. So this little spray bottle that I fill with water is my best friend. So in between wash days, if my hair is tangled and I need to do like a finger detangling, I'll spray with this. Or if I want to give my hair a little extra love at night, I'll spray this. I will follow that with some sort of moisturizing product. This one here is the coconut milk line from Cream of Nature. It is the Moisture Curl Hair Milk. So some sort of moisturizing product that my hair likes. I will follow the water with that, and then I will go ahead and seal in that moisture with an oil. And this is an oil that I got in my curl kit. It's called the Crown Growth Oil. And so this one has avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, Jamaican black castor oil, and rosemary oil. And my hair seems to like this. So I'll use an oil to seal in the moisture, and then I'll proceed to like twist or braid my hair, protect my hair, and then go to sleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, my hair is nice and moisturized. So you want to make sure that you're moisturizing enough, you're moisturizing properly. So make sure you're using a liquid, water, some sort of moisturizing product, and then sealing that moisture in with an oil. The final mistake that I have made is not protecting my hair at night. So you definitely want to make sure you're using your bonnet, you're using your satin scarf, because if you're just sleeping on your, I know that we are all tired sometimes, and we don't feel like caring for our hair at night before we go to bed because it's an extra step. But I promise you, your hair will suffer. It will lack moisture. It will start to break. You will wake up and you will see strands of hair on your pillow if you do not take care of your hair properly at night. So it is very counterproductive to your healthy hair journey that you don't protect your hair at night. So it does you no good to moisturize, give your hair, and then you're going ahead and sleeping on a cotton pillowcase at night, and you're not, and that pillowcase is soaking up all the moisture in your hair. So it is counterproductive to everything that you're trying to do if you don't protect your hair when you sleep at night. I know it's an extra step, but it is worth the extra step. It is well worth it on your natural hair journey. So that is all that I want to share with you guys today. I definitely have done some other things that have not been the best for my hair, but those are some of the major ones that I know have been counterproductive to hair growth, to my healthy hair journey. If you have made some mistakes, share them below so that someone else can learn from them, because I know we all have made mistakes and done things that have not been the healthiest for our hair. So if you share below, hopefully that can help someone else. And if nothing else, it just helps us to know that we're not alone and that we've all done some things that we probably shouldn't have done when it comes to our hair. So if you guys have any questions or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that below as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.